Hello and welcome. Today we're diving into a super frustrating glitch that has been locking people out of their Microsoft 365 cloud PCs. So if you've been just staring at a connection error, wondering what's going on, you are in exactly the right place. Let's get into what's happening and, more importantly, how you can fix it.
So picture this. You're ready to start your day. You try to log into your work desktop from home and nothing. You just hit a brick wall. If that sounds a little too familiar, well, stick around.
First things first, you should know it's definitely not just you. This is a pretty widespread problem, and it looks like Microsoft has tracked it back to a recent Windows update that's causing some major headaches with authentication.
And this all happened pretty fast. Take a look at the timeline. It really kicked off around January 13th, when reports of sign-in failures just started flooding in. By the next day, Microsoft was on it, acknowledging the problem. And right now, their teams are working on getting a permanent solution out the door.
So what is the one thing that's causing all this chaos? Let's pinpoint the exact update that's behind this whole mess. And here it is. This is the culprit, OS build 261.00.7623, or as you might know it, KB 5074109. Microsoft themselves have pointed the finger right at this specific update. It's the trigger, the thing that's messing up authentication and basically slamming the door shut on your cloud PC access.
Okay, so a technical glitch is one thing, right? But what does that actually mean for getting work done every day? Let's talk about the real-world impact here.
You know, this isn't just a simple login problem. It's more like a ripple effect. It all starts with those sign-in failures, but it quickly snowballs from there. All of a sudden, teams can't get to their essential files, projects start getting delayed, and of course, IT support gets absolutely buried under a mountain of tickets. For a lot of businesses, this is way more than an inconvenience. It's a full-on outage.
All right, enough about the problem. Let's talk about how to fix it. The good news is there are actually several really effective workarounds that can get you and your team back up and running while we all wait for that permanent fix.
So you've got 4 really solid moves you can make. Your first, and probably best, bet is to just switch over to the web client. Just go to windows.cloud.microsoft. That seems to bypass the issue entirely. The classic remote desktop client also seems to be a safe alternative. Still stuck? Try forcing a session restart from the admin portal. And finally, you can always fall back on that classic IT move. Have your users completely sign out of their Microsoft account and then sign right back in. One of these should do the trick.
Now, there is a more drastic option. You could roll back the problematic update, but really, you should treat this as a last resort. Not only does it depend on your organization's patching policy, but more importantly, it could open up some serious security gaps. So if you're thinking about going this route, just be really careful.
Okay, so we've gone through the problem and the temporary fixes. Now let's look down the road a bit. What's the plan for a permanent solution, and what's the big lesson we can take away from all this?
The good news is Microsoft has confirmed that its Azure Virtual Desktop and Windows Update teams are working together on this to find the root cause. A permanent fix is definitely on the way. So for now, the best advice is to just keep a close eye on Microsoft's service health dashboards and your admin alerts for the latest news.
You know, this whole incident really shines a light on a critical reality of modern IT. Everything is connected. The line between what's on your local machine and what's in the cloud is blurrier than ever. A single update to a Windows machine on your desk can cause a massive outage for cloud services. It's just a powerful reminder that in these complex systems, one little change can have a huge impact everywhere.
Look, Microsoft has been on top of this, and the workarounds are pretty effective. But let's be honest, incidents like this are going to happen. They're pretty much inevitable. So the real question you've got to ask yourself is this: when the next unexpected update hits, is your playbook ready to go?